Hello everyone, this is Caroline at Create Your Future. How's everybody today? Guys, for those of you who don't know me, I am a coach here at Create Your Future. I am available for one-on-one coaching. I'm a certified hypnotherapist and I also certified in NLP and TFT tapping. All right, before we start, we have a free course, how to identify your blocks and manifest anything you want super fast. The description is in the link below. It's a great course, it's free. So check it out if you haven't done so. Today, I want to talk about what to do when you feel that you have reached a point of no return, when you feel extremely desperate, when you feel that there's no light at the end of the tunnel. How can we turn around this situation? I have a success story, so I am going to illustrate what I'm talking about, what I'm saying with this success story. All right, so let's go. I received an email and I am going to read this to you, but the client, she called me several times last week and she was finally we've been working together and she has gone through a roller coaster of amazing successes and some setback. And I'm not only talking in the realm of romance, not only with SB, but it also with, with money and with work, with friends. So again, what we're doing here with the law of assumption, it's, we can turn around any situation on any topic. Okay. So, beautiful client of mine, we've been working together for a while and she had manifested amazing sums of money and amazing turnaround in her life with SB. And there was a time, which was last week, where things seemed to just go back to a horrible state. She felt like she was going backwards. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate because this is what life is, right? It's never a constant. It's often ups and downs. We improve and then we have obstacles that we need to overcome, which is pretty normal and pretty usual. The thing is, it's to not let ourselves be feeling defeated when we are facing those obstacles. So she did go to that really, really, really dark spot where she felt extremely defeated, where she felt that nothing was working anymore. Her SB was not responding anymore, was not communicating with her anymore. The money, she found herself needing some money, a lot of money, and the money was not coming in anymore. Her work was not what she wanted to do. She felt that she had actually two jobs. One of them, she felt very stuck out. She really wants to leave that place. And the other one was mostly paid on commission and the deals were not being written. So it felt like everything was falling on her at once. And with that feeling of despair, she was lacking the motivation where she felt completely paralyzed at home. So the chores at home were not being done. She was not cooking, so she was eating very badly. Her entire diet was, reversed to her very unhealthy habits. So there was it's like one deception topped with another deception started a whole snowball of events where she felt so defeated, where nothing was going according to plan and she did not have the energy anymore. She did not have the motivation anymore. With that, a lot of sadness with the feeling of being desperate, right? So she called me and the session was hard. She was crying most of the session. And so that at that point, what I was really working on with her was soothing herself and getting out of, letting all those tears out in order to get out of it and start to move a little bit forward. It took more than one session. And it's not until the second session when she still came in crying. It was only 3 days later, because more things had happened that just added to her despair. So we spent a lot of the session talking. And while we talk, what happened is then we start talking about events that happened before all this, everything that had made her feel so sad and so feeling so rejected and feeling like she was losing grip on life, right? And by talking, she started to shift a little bit her mood, right? The tears were not flowing anymore, because now she was talking and she was remembering new things, other things. So the shift in thoughts created the shift in emotions. And this is really important, because you always have to remember that your emotions come about as a result of what you're really focusing on, what you're thinking. So that shift enabled her to come out of a state of feeling so sad. Okay? And then we continued talking and walking through the session. We ended up at a stage where she kind of separated herself from all that series of unwanted events. And once she was more at this neutral state, boom, that is when we started with the rampages. So the rampages, we started slow, we started talking, we started, selecting affirmations. And then from there, we sped up our tempo, and we went on a full on rampages. And when we do the rampages together in the sessions, we can go up to 20 minutes, where at that point she felt completely fired up. So it was a process, right? And really, I want to stress that I don't want you to, if you're going through a similar situation, I don't want you to ignore your emotions. It's very important when you feel this sadness and those tears, or this, those feelings of being really left alone, left behind, left out in the cold, just to let those feelings out, not ignore them, not bottle them up inside of you. And that's exactly what happened. We actually spent almost one session just doing this and only that. And it's not only until 3 days later when we kicked in with something, going towards neutral, and then being able to go on our rampages. So she did the rampage, and this is the email she sent. I don't think she sent it the next day. She sent it 2 days later, but still, it's super fast, right? So this morning, I was worried about my finances, but 3 of my friends lent me money until Friday. So solution number 1, it's a short-term solution, but it's a solution, because she needed that money extremely fast. She needed, early on during the week. So that was a huge source of stress. So there was a short-term solution. And she knew that on Friday she was going to get paid, so she could pay those people back. SP texted me this morning, and throughout the day, I felt reassured and like he loves me. So that was beautiful, because she was so disappointed in the relationship with him, the fact that he was not texting anymore, that he was not responding, she couldn't get a hold of him, and of course she couldn't see him. She wanted to let go of this relationship entirely. So now the love is back. She felt reassured, as she said. And finally, she says, I see the times where my thoughts were the old story and I had created it. So it's very important to realize that you are not a victim of the situation, of their circumstances, right? Somehow, somewhere, you thought went the wrong path, and it escalated in such a story that was opposite to what you wanted, that it got reflected in 3D. And then when the 3D shows up and everything that you don't want is in your face, you can easily feel like a victim. So it's very important to step out of that victim mode and remember how you created the situation with your thoughts. And she did that. And that is a moment of power, because now she can apply, a new story and really focus on that in order to change everything around again or continue on that good path. And so she goes on her text. At last, they offered me the position. Okay, yes, I forgot to mention this. She was very unhappy at her job, like I mentioned, and she did get an interview for a company that she really, really wanted to start working with, but she had not heard from them. And the letter of acceptance came in, so she got hired. So now, by switching her attitude, leaving the victim mode and realizing that, okay, yes, I created all this, I'm going back to neutral, and I am now decided everything that I want. So what she wanted was the finance, was the new position at work, and it was the relationship, and also an understanding of her power, right? She is powerful. She's not powerless. She's not a victim of her life. She is in control, just like everybody here, you, me, everyone, right? So we really targeted 4 main things. She did her rampages. We worked together on Sunday. The email came on Tuesday. So this is how fast you can turn around your situation. So I really, really want to stress that when a situation seems desperate, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You can turn it around and you can rework on your new story. And just know that the power is within you. And with those rampages, you really, really completely saturate your mind with those new statements, and just allow them to reflect in your 3D reality. So the rampages, you can create them yourself, of course. I have some tracks on sale for $25 each on every topic, not every topic, but on 22 different topics. A lot of topics that may be useful for you. So check them out on the website, because you can play them on a loop. There is an option on YouTube that you can play them on a loop. They're just a bunch of affirmations on one specific targeted topic. And when you guys repeat those sentences after me, go over and over and over, you saturate your mind on one topic, and then you allow your subconscious mind to now accept this new truth, believe it, and push it out in your 3D reality. All right, guys, so as always, I intend so much success for every single one of you. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Show some love, leave me comments, send me emails. I will address them in future videos, and I wish you a wonderful, 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 amazing week. Bye-bye.